Hi everyone, so today I'll be presenting my STEM Fair final project. My name is Darlene Lowe Akabal, and I'm a senior and I go to McKinley Tech. So the overview of this project is that I created a battleship game and I used JavaScript. And I mainly chose to talk about this project because it was fun to make and play with after I was done. So as you can see on the right, it has 10 columns and 10 rows. And then the X's mean that we aimed at those ships and we actually hit them. And the M means that we try to hit the ships but there weren't any there. So basically M just stands for missing. And then B for battleship, so as you can see right here, the battleship is 4 inches long. And more about the project, this game is called Battleship. It has 10 rows and 10 columns, like I said before, where you could place your battleship vertically or horizontally, that's up to you. And when you type A, it adds a new ship. When you type B, it shows you the board. P is to play and Q is to quit. So when you first log into the game, it asks you whether you want to play, show the board, or quit, or add a new ship. So you decide. And this project can help to solve boredom, especially during this pandemic, by keeping the players occupied and interested. This can be played between two people. For example, one of them can put the ships down while the other one tries to aim at them. And this could be a good way to bond and spend quality time. How does it work? So for this project, I used for loops to start the board where the battleship will be by creating blank spaces for each of them. I also used it to go through each row and column to give us results whether we have space to place a ship there or not. I used while loops, which helped me to look for battleships and adds to the counter variable if it finds any. So if it goes through every row and every column and it finds a battleship, then it will add one to the counter. And this helps us to determine whether we end the game or not. So I also used if then statements, which helped me to check if the battleship fits, and if it does, it places it in the square. Checks if there are any battleships and returns false if there aren't any. If the user has already aimed at a battleship, then it will return M. If there is a battleship and the user hits it, it will return X. If there is a battleship left, then it returns a false boolean so the game doesn't end, like I was talking about before right here. So this is a demonstration of the project and you guys could watch it on your own time, where I went to how it works and all the good stuff. And right here for strengths in this project, I would say one of my strengths was that I used similar algorithms throughout the program to check for different things, which made it more efficient. Also, I wrote a lot of comments throughout my code, which is very helpful because it helped me to remember why I wrote it and what it does, which helped me to determine what algorithms I should use again and which ones I shouldn't. Future improvements for myself would be that I did struggle with creating the parameters in the if statements. It took some trial and error, and I could do this differently by creating like by writing down what the different variables are for it on paper and looking at what I should do and shouldn't include. And eventually I'll come up with what I should include in the parameters. So reflection and being in the computer science STEM throughout my high school career is that it has taught me not to give up so easily, that there are multiple ways of accomplishing something, and teamwork and communication can help me to accomplish my goal if I'm ever stuck on something, because everyone has different perspectives, which can help me to come up with a solution. I also learned that my greatest strength was trying different things until I found something that works, and that I take things little by little to make sure that the code is running so that when I get to the bigger program, it doesn't give me as many errors. And my biggest areas of improvements have been to ask for help, which has helped me to learn from my mistakes. I've also learned that it's okay to make mistakes because that's how I become a better coder. Because before I used to be like really hard on myself, like, oh, why can't I do this? But I just learned to be patient and to ask for help. And the most challenging times were starting my programs and determining what to use. This was difficult because I had to see which one would be more efficient to use and how I could connect them all to accomplish the goals for the program. It's important to have a draft on what I will use so that I can have something to follow instead of spending a lot of time confused on how to make things work. And I will use what I have learned by using a planner to keep track of things that I need to do, trying to do different ways if something doesn't work, and asking for help when I'm struggling, because most of the times there's someone that would love to help you. So, and also I can learn from my mistakes and use that knowledge in the future when I find myself in similar situations. So this is my presentation for today, and thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a good day.